Subscribe to get smart, and to watch the latest videos first. Hit the bell icon and you will be notified about the new videos updates instantly.
Here's a nice anti-Caro-Kann opening that used to be really popular, but just kind of fell out of fashion. A lot of top players used to do it. But here against c6, instead of going d4, you do knight f3, or you can do knight c3, either one. Because we're going to get them both out. d5 and now c3. So this is the two knights variation, or the two knights attack. Like I said, top players used to play it. Bobby Fischer used to play this as white. And this has the added benefit that it's not played very much anymore, and therefore black possibly hasn't studied it as in depth as the other lines of the Caro-Kann. And what this does is it really tempts black to put the bishop on f5, which is a bad move, and we're going to go into that line. There's a trap in there. And even if black wants to continue the theme of getting that bishop out quickly, like is normal in a Caro-Kann, even if he puts it here, we're going to force him to exchange the bishop for the knight, which is not part of a mainline Caro-Kann, because it will still have our bishop pair, so that's why it's an anti-Caro-Kann. But first, let's go back and look at what I mean by the mainline Caro-Kann, those themes, and why black may be tempted to put the bishop there. So of course, in the main d4, for example, the advanced variation, the bishop goes here. It's a good place for it. The whole idea of that Caro-Kann is to get that bishop out quickly, ahead of the pawn chain, and park it on this diagonal, this nice diagonal, very annoying to white, of course, which is why people play it, why I play it. White can't really just get rid of that, because now white has a bad bishop. The black pawns control all these light squares, and white doesn't have any light square bishop to counteract that. Well, black has a bishop to counteract my dark squares. So already here, black's equalized and not ahead. But even in the classic variation, the bishop still comes out to f4. For example, here takes, again, getting that bishop out quickly before e6. And now everybody probably knows this little series of moves. This is all mainline Caro-Kann, threatening the bishop here. It makes a little escape square. Example, knight c3, and just depending which knight he moves, we're going to force that bishop back, either with this, or like in this case, we go here. So again, that's mainline. Black tucks that bishop away, controls this diagonal, and very good game. Let's see what happens if they try that idea with the two knights. And it may be tempting, because it looks pretty similar, but it's just different enough to cause problems. Okay, so d5, knight c3, and now, after captures, bishop here, and now white goes here, just like in the classic variation. Bishop's kind of forced back there. h4, h6 to make the escape square, right? And that's what you do in the Caro-Kann. Ah, mistake. That bishop h7 leads to a lot of bad things. You see the move for white. Well, first of all, why, if that's such a bad move, why would anybody do that? Why wouldn't anybody see the next move for white? Well, I don't know. In my database, I showed there's 7 high-level players, master level or above, who are in this position and played bishop h7. And that's average rating 24 or 30. So these are strong players, didn't see this either. And of course, well, not of course, but that's the move. Threatening a mate. And black thinks, so what? Just block it. What's the point of that? Well, that doesn't work because of this, of course. I'm up the pawn and the king's exposed. Yeah, okay, that blocks the bishop, but it kicks the queen, so what's the point of that queen move? And, you know, queen goes here, just stop it, so what? There's no mate there. That might be why so many are tempted to do that. And you'll be surprised how many players will put the bishop on f5 and do this line. Again, bishop tuck back and queen out here. Now let's see what happens. g6, knight blocks it, and now you see the move for queen? That's right, over here. Jumps over to b3, and now these two pawns are in trouble. Of course, this one's a checkmate, so black has to stop that, but black has to be careful here. Maybe in a blitzking might do the obvious. And now the rook's in trouble, so that's kind of forced. And now this, so let's drop two pawns. He has nowhere to go but there, really. Threatening to win the rook after I exchange the queens, so it's forced to take it. And now the rook's trapped. So I'm up 2 pawns. I'll be up the exchange, and it's a 4-1 pawns in the endgame. So this is a really overwhelming win for white. That's what the obvious move b6, but it's probably not going to happen in a tournament. The best move is probably knight to here, because well, I still take it, but now queen can go here, forcing the exchange. I can't take the rook because I lose the queen. Minimizes the losses, only 1 pawn down, but we have 4 connected pawns to 2 isolated pawns. It's going to be tough to defend these. This knight can't just come out easily because of this undefended pawn. So this is a better endgame for white. And in fact, the computer scores this 2.4. 2.4, so a strong advantage to white. That's if they find the best defense there. They could do something like this, blocking the mate. But still, I take it. If they think I'll just take this, well, the rook's undefended. Can't defend that rook. I'm going to get that rook. You know, but any variation they might want to try. There's all kinds of tactics here. There's a check there. You can come here with a check, force the queen back, and then the bishop. You'll just see it on the board. That's not a good move for black. Okay, let's back all the way up to that fatal decision to go bishop h7. Well, not fatal, but too bad. What if black sees it here? What if black sees all this queen stuff that happens? A couple players at the high level have found this. Queen d6. Alright. That kind of saves it. You can still make it an anti-Caro-Kann by getting rid of this bishop. You know, just right away. And now the queen is kind of out prematurely. Just continue developing. And you'll have an advantage in development, plus have your bishop pair. And Peter scores this 1.4 to 1.8 for white. There's another interesting move here, d4. This is kind of tempting them into further bad tactics. Black may say, well, I can save my bishop pair. I can go back here because this queen thing isn't a problem anymore. I can just come here, and now I can't do that. Well, no, this doesn't work. Now you go queen g4 with immediate mate threat here. He has to deal with that. Example e6. Now, there's just different places. I've good advantage in development here, so this queen's just going to get harassed. You can see this knight is attacking both the pawn and the queen. Where's the queen go? Check. And it can't capture because of this queen and the rook. And alright, it gets a little complicated because black has that, but you'll see once you get to here that there's a lot of winning variations to white. Okay, so that's one way to salvage it. The better way to salvage it for black is simply not to play bishop to f5 here. What happens if black goes bishop to e4? Let's try that. Okay, avoids the trap line, still following the theme of the Caro-Kann of getting that bishop out quickly before e6, or maybe e5 here. But here you're going to force an exchange. Let's see how that works. If black doesn't exchange it, tries to keep it, this is forces him back. Now doesn't this look familiar? This is the trap line. And he has to get that escape square, and now he has this problem that we just looked at. What about a slight variation to that? Let's back up. Instead of taking it right away, what if he just does this right away? Similarly, he still is forced to do it, otherwise you're going to get it anyway. For example, here, if he tries to hold on to it, you go back there, take, d4. Force back there, and now you're going to get that bishop and hold on to your bishop pair. Not much you can, I mean, it's playable for black, certainly. But either with double pawns or you're going to do this again. Computer scores is 0.8 for white, so advantage to white here. Alright, so what is white supposed to do? Well, first of all, let's look at this. What if black just does that? Not very good for black. Knight goes to e2, directly threatening this, no way to defend that really except this. Now c3 again, attacking this. This doesn't defend it. Because after takes, now the queen comes here. Not only pinning the knight, but I have 3 on 2, but that doesn't work either because of that pin knight. So black's gonna lose that pawn. He's pretty much forced to exchange here. Oh. c3, forced to exchange. And now we've succeeded in making an anti-Caro-Kann because and it's just a different pattern, more like a 2 knights or 4 knights game, depending on what black does. But the big difference to a 2 knights game is that this missing c-pawn means this queen can come out here a lot more quickly. For example, bishop can go to b5, possibly put the queen out here. Bishop can go to c4, maybe queen on b3, attacking this diagonal. There's a lot of sharp possibilities here. Computer scores this +1 for white. Okay, well, as well, what about this? That just loses to this. You can't protect it for the same reason. Okay, check and that pawn drops. So that's not going to work either. Right, best move for black then. In the 2 knights, this is the main line. And yeah, a lot of people are going to know this. But I'll show you the game you get. After takes. Black has to abandon the idea of getting that bishop out quickly. Instead, do knight f6 has been found to be probably the best response for black. It's the main line. And here you want to take it and force him to double his pawns. Possible target, these double pawns, but I mean, it's playable for black. White may be tempted to try this, stopping black from putting the bishop here. Same problems happen with this, that black was it. So, but what black has done is they found this move here. Now, it looks subtle. What's so bad about that for white? Well, what's good about it for black? It solidifies control of this square. Later on, they're going to probably try that. But it also makes room for the knight. So they're going to have a strong game, actually, with this knight displaced. And they're going to hold on to their bishop pair. And of the 11 games I show in the database, 2 of them were draws from this position, and 9 of them were victories for black. Black won the vast majority of the games. So for that reason, I wouldn't recommend that. Main line again, just this, and we'll take it with one of these 2, getting in double pawns, and you just continue developing, enjoying your bishop pair with the open board, and it should be a good game. And that is the 2 knights variation of the Caro-Kann, a good weapon to have if you don't feel like playing the other one.